Hello, my friends. Jeffrey Shaw here from Grow to Your Potential. Today, we continue our journey to better communication as we explore the third false belief. Before I tell you what this one is, allow me to share a story with you of one of my epic failures. Several years back, I was leading a team on a grander vision to spark life back into a struggling organization. The organization had a long history, but was experiencing an extended period of slow decline. Without immediate action, the organization would continue on this path, and inevitably, it would pick up speed as it went. Recognizing the problems and where they were heading, I worked with the team to help turn things around. Like any team that's working to change the course of an organization, we hit multiple bumps in the road. These moments of tension and conflict, they're to be expected. If handled well, the team gets stronger and the organization benefits. Unfortunately, in my situation, the bumps in the road were not handled well. As tensions continued, trust began to erode. With the erosion of trust, productive discussions were less frequent. Follow through on tasks decreased, and eventually the team came to a screeching halt, unable to accomplish even minor tasks. In the end, I left the team. A new leader stepped up, and the organization has unfortunately continued on the path it has been for years. My attempts to guide the team and organization out of its downward spiral failed, and I was left questioning my leadership abilities. It took some time, evaluation, added learning and growth, but eventually I was able to figure out where I went wrong. Although there were many factors, one of the key ones was falling victim to the false belief that they think how I think. That's right. I got caught up in the belief that they think how I think. I'm a systems thinker. My experiences and behavioral style helps me see the big picture and all the details involved. I see how different pieces of the puzzle impact each other, where some only see direct cause and effect. I'm often able to see the ripple effect, how something over here can have a significant impact on something over there, even though there's no direct link between them. I was able to see multiple problems in the organization and how they related back to core practices and procedures within the organization. This led me to challenge and work towards change at fundamental levels of the organization. Unfortunately, I never slowed down to ensure others could see things the way I saw them. I never stopped to test how they were thinking. Rather, assumed they too were systems thinkers and could see all the connections that I saw. Thus, I plowed ahead too fast, leaving the rest of the team in the dust. Eventually, I noticed issues, but was too deep in the weeds by that point to turn things around. A major reset was needed, which would require unlearning what we began to tell ourselves about each other and seek to understand what was really going on. Unfortunately, the team was not prepared to go there, so I moved on and the organization went back to its old ways. In hindsight, I see just how devastating the false belief they think how I think can be. Each of us thinks differently. Some of us focus on tasks, while others are more sensitive to people and relationships. Some see the big picture, while others see what's directly in front of them. Some are more tuned to what is, while others focus more on what could be. When it comes to how we think, there are many combinations, as many as there are people. Fortunately, there are patterns to how we think, and through recognizing those patterns and testing our assumptions, we can enhance our communication and how we communicate with others. Over time, we can find a common language. We can bridge the gap and move away from confusion and toward better communication. The story I shared with you is just one example of how we think differently and the consequences that come when we fail to recognize it. Although this was my story, I'm pretty sure you have some of your own that came to mind. You're not alone in this, and there is hope. This is a common problem I see all the time with those I work with, and one of the reasons I enjoy training my clients in DISC behavioral analysis. One of the aspects of behavioral styles is learning how others think differently. As I work with my clients in this way, it never fails. The false belief they think how I think inevitably comes to the surface, and I get to watch as that little light bulb moment appears. Learning your DISC style and that of others is a great way to tackle many of the false beliefs and barriers to better communication. As a certified behavioral analysis consultant, I can help you and on your path to better communication, to better teams, and better relationships. So, what are you waiting for? Contact me today to see how I can assist you as you grow to your potential. Then be sure to join me again next week as we look at the fourth false belief on our journey to better communication. See you then.